Right. Good evening, Hope Dealers. I hope you're already having a great September. And I look forward to every single one of these calls with you. And I am very excited tonight for you to hear from two strong Hope Dealer leaders who are also two very close personal friends of mine, ERVP Connolly Stewart and Area Manager Fran Babishek. Yeah, I have been reading a great new book called Win in the Dark. The reason that I started reading it is because 3 different MVPs quoted from it or referenced it in the trainings in Maui. And then I saw it was by Joshua Medcalf. Does that ring a bell? Pound the Stone, Chop Wood, Carry Water. He writes books the way Connolly and I like to read them, as a story, and you get involved in the story and you're learning life lessons along with the main character in the story. And I am hooked on this one. I only have a couple of pages, just a couple of chapters left. And I have thought of Connolly and Fran in so many of these chapters. One chapter talks about how every time you step out or get into the arena, as he says it, you're risking failure, you're risking uncertainty, risking being exposed, yet choosing to do it anyway, and how the world needs more people who are willing to step into the arena. Talks about how getting out there, and into the arena, it illuminates our cracks and scars and imperfections for everyone to see. But then those scars are proof that you had the courage to get out there and get in the arena in the first place. And all of this describes both Connolly and Fran so well. I was trying to separate it. It was like, no, I can say this about both of them. You're going to see their smiles, their confidence, their successes. You see that all the time, but I have the privilege of also seeing them behind the scenes and winning those battles in the dark, and the courage and the grit that grows from it. So you'll know I have quotes that stick with me, and I've got a new one from this book. It probably is quoting someone else, so I'll go back and give that credit if I can find it. But it's, I would rather die 1,000 deaths than live one life not in the arena. There is no place that will make you feel more alive. And this business continues to push me into new arenas, as I know it does for them. But you talk about, feeling alive. Most of you probably didn't miss that. It's not a secret that I turned 65 last month. And you know what? I feel so very alive and passionate about what I'm doing, and on purpose, just full of good, positive energy. And I know a lot of it comes from being pushed into an arena outside my comfort zone over and over. So tonight, Connolly is going to begin with some great nuts and bolts. You've heard her share snippets of her story before. Tonight, she's going to just dive right into some really good nuts and bolts that will help you grow your business. And when we say that, we mean change even more lives, right here in September. And then Fran's going to share with us a little of what her journey of personal growth into the arena has looked like over the past few months. So I am so honored to have both of you with us tonight. So I'm going to mute, and Connolly is going to start us off.
Hey, thanks, Dina. That's great. I love that quote. Love the intro. So excited to be beside you, Fran, tonight, having also seen a little snippet of what you've been doing, girlfriend. So y'all are in for a treat. And Dina, I tell you, if that's 65, like, I'm super pumped, right? So you're amazing inside out. Okay, so September, we have a lot of really fun stuff this month, and I've been having a lot of fun sharing it with others. I love how Dina's told us before, remember, have that mindset of we get to. So each day when we wake up, not I have to do this, I get to do this. So what are some of the things that we get to do? So I think today's the 15th. Yes, it is. So we're kind of like right smack, not quite in the middle, but I guess we are, because there's 30 days in September. So yes, we are. I can do simple math. So what do we get to do for the next 15 days and even tonight? Let's make it 16. So first of all, you probably saw the new products that launched, and that's really exciting. So there's the fall new product set. And then we also have the ability as consultants to go on ahead and get the holiday line as well, which that's kind of new. Normally that's for VPs and above. And I mean, this is so awesome because we should absolutely all have it beforehand. And there's several reasons why. Jenna, I'm so happy you received yours today. I have received my holiday line, but for whatever reason, the other new products, I'm super pumped to try the protein, are coming. I think it's tomorrow by 9. So what I want to remind us before I kind of dig into like the why and the how of the new products is, let's not forget the basics of what we do as consultants. And the basic job that we get to do is share the 30-day program with others, share the Healthy Habits program, aka the Breakfast Club, with others, and then of course our skincare. And so the skincare can come in the full set. There's smaller skincare bundles, but you know what I do? I basically just listen to what people's needs are, from skincare to nutrition, and sometimes of course cosmetics comes into that too. And then I really work the recommended cart. So I'm going to come back to the recommended cart, but I just want to start by reminding us all that what we get to do is share these key products, how they can change people's lives. And the core way that we do that is by listening to others. So let's not get, like so overwhelmed or, in all the excitement of the new products in the holiday. And absolutely, we should be excited about them. But like, let's not forget also the core of what we do, which is listening, meeting a need, paid problem solvers, as Bob Heilig would say, right? So cycling back to the new products. What am I doing with those right now? So first of all, the jump on September has been really exciting for me to be able to share, or I think it's called Jump on September. I actually really don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Correct? Yeah, Dean is giving me the nod. But basically that all my preferred clients, existing preferred clients, receive a free full-size products from the free gift list when they place a $150 retail order before their discount. That's so fun, because if you have any existing preferred clients already, which I think most of us on this call probably do, then you get to offer them that. And when you're offering them that, you can then plug in, I'm really pumped about the new protein because I'm really excited about this mask because I thought of you because. That's always been a really great way for me to continue to reach out and just have another touch and connection point with my existing and those who are not yet existing clients as well, of course, is, for example, the peel pads. So I just got those in. So I've been using them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, only 3 days, feels like longer. I love them so much. So it's been really fun for me to cycle back and say, ooh, I thought of you. I'm super pumped about this new skincare product I just got in the mail. I'm using it. I'm loving it. Like, here's some more info. Maybe it'd be something you want to. So you guys, that's how we start and continue these conversations with our new products. They're basically conversation starters, conversation continuers, ways to continue to help meet people's needs. Okay. Now, bumping to Holiday Line. Holiday Line is super exciting on many levels. For one, we're getting to purchase the products at 50% off. And that is personally what I gift anyone. So, I mean, I won't gift you guys the Holiday Line, but I will gift the boys' teachers. I will gift friends and family. Even now, if someone has an occasion coming up, I can go ahead and gift them that. So gift from your own store, because the products are phenomenal. So anyone receiving a product from our Holiday Line is being super loved on, because every year, hands down, it's fabulous. It's packaged so beautifully. So that's number one. It's super easy shopping for you. And it's a way to share your products that you love with others by gifting. And then of course, two, it's to be able to help others to do the same thing, essentially. Now it's going to depend on what that may look like for you. For me, I'm probably going to have some of my bus stop moms who I'm seeing every day anyways, just maybe come have a glass of wine, and I'm going to show them some of the products, because that I feel very comfortable with them, in the, I know in like continuing COVID world, that may look different for everyone. That may be a virtual event for you. That may be a one-on-one for you, but I'm really happy to have the products because I want them to be able to see them too. All right. And then there's some that I will love even more that I will purchase additional ones of to give out as more gifts. So that's really great. There's so many other exciting things you can do with holiday, but first and foremost, I just want you to know it's so easy for you for gift giving. Like first and foremost, I think Allison, you just typed it in, like you save time, you save money. Now think about how you can do that for others as well. It's a great way to book a Facebook party. Go listen to Amber Fry's live. It was absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Amber, on using the host perks. And then, you know, her example of Facebook party booking for just with holiday. It's just another thing to get people excited about, truth be told. Okay, and lastly, I want to share with y'all very briefly the recommended carts. So if you are using the recommended carts, yay, how much do you love them? If you're not, yes, they're super easy, and man, does it move the needle. So I wanted to recommend to you to start using the recommended carts. So I know sometimes we get in conversations with people and then we're thinking, well, how do I get them to just go ahead or, you know, and do this? I want them to be on these products, but like their life is busy. We know how it goes. So this is how we ask them what are their needs. If they don't even know the specific products they're looking for, I'll just say, I have some ideas for you. Let me create a cart for you and go ahead and send it over. Check it out. If you love it, great. If you want to change some things, great. If you have questions about it, let's follow up on that too. So that's an easy starting place. If someone's just kind of like has no clue what they want, you can make it exciting for them. You can have some ideas for them. And I like doing that. I think it's really fun to create a cart for people, like knowing what would really help them based on knowing what I love. So another reason we want to be a product of the product, particularly like with the new products. Now I can more easily recommend them because I'm using them. Well, and soon to be with protein coming tomorrow. But a few facts that Dina shared with me from Maui. This is from Samir Kandar, who's the Chief Digital Experience Officer, sharing that 60% more signups occur when they're sent through the recommended cart. That's pretty dramatic. And I would say from when I go back and look at mine, that's statistically true. And then there's about $20 more QV per cart than in a recommended cart than in a regular cart that's added. So think about someone seeing it, they're seeing people add more to their recommended cart versus take away. So that's another really awesome reason to use it as well. But most importantly, you're hitting the easy button for your client, potential client, when you're using these. And it's very streamlined. I absolutely love this part of the new website. And so I hope that you can begin to utilize that. Perfect timing. We just got an email from Arbonne about how easy the recommended carts are. So we're in line with the thinking there. So that's just a few tips for you guys as you move toward the second half of September. And Fran, it is my pleasure now to pass this to you and hear from you, friend.
Thank you, Sweet Con. I am so honored to follow such a leader in this group. Connolly, you're so unwavering, and I so admire that about you. You're just so level, and I learned from you all the time about getting there, because I am always on that roller coaster trying to get off and be more level. And Dina, thank you so much for being such a gracious, giving, awesome leader to all of us, and for asking me to speak. But I love the way you love and serve and lead by example for all of us. So thank you, because you are such an inspiration to me. So Dina asked me to speak about some shifts I've been going through lately, and she has been witness to far too many tears in my business, and so I feel sorry for her, and you all should too. But gratefully, I am working through some of these bumps in the road, and I want you all to recognize that it's totally normal. I feel like sometimes we think everyone else has an easy path to where they're going in their business, and we're the only ones struggling. I want to assure you that it's normal for everyone, except for maybe Debbie Neal, who just charged on like a bull from day one. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm area manager, and I just celebrated my 6th year on September 1st in Arbonne. I am so truly grateful to everything Arbonne has done for me, like building my confidence, belief in myself, the product use I'm so in love with. The business is not easy at all, but if you follow the password instructions on dinakretzer.com and work hard, don't quit, it's all going to be worth it. And we've seen many, many examples of that over and over. Just don't quit. 3 feet from gold, right? So the thing I struggle with is sometimes, despite all this great training we have and going to GTC and listening to podcasts and reading personal development, we still don't believe deep down in ourselves that this is going to work. And that's been my problem for a long time. I say that I believe it to other people, like I say, Dina, sure, I believe in myself. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty of picking up the phone, does the person on the other end hear that I do truly believe in myself? And I think that, you know, all the experiences in our life come to that disbelief in ourselves in certain areas. And so I decided to sign up for the Bob Heilig Legacy Leadership Academy to figure this out, because for years I've been trying to sign up. I've been doing that AIT trip to sign up and getting the volume, but not promoting the district managers or the area managers, and that's held me back from actually getting the trip. And I just couldn't figure out. I was like, this year it came around to sign up, and I felt like, should I even register? Like, I have never been able to crack this nut on sponsoring people who want to work. And I have sponsored plenty who do this business for a month and then quit, with one special exception to my queen, Lady Macbeth, EDM Beth Hooper, right there. But what was my problem? I just blamed myself for all these unsuccessful attempts at launching consultants. And I decided to sign up for Bob Heilig's Leadership Academy, and he encourages us to write down red light stories and that we tell ourselves, things that are negative in our business. And the red light stories are, for those of you not familiar, are all derived from fear. And he shows us how to rewrite them as a green light story, and green light stories are based on love. So I just thought I'd go through a couple of my red light, green light stories. They have a little worksheet that we get, and he encourages us to start with our core red light story. And my core red light story is that I am not enough to get to the top of this business. And you have a circumstance, and my circumstance is, this is who I am. I'm a 57-year-old white divorced mother of 3, 6 years in Arbonne. I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend. And my situation is I'm working this business and caring for my dad. My red light story is I am not enough for this business to make it work. And the feeling out of that story, I feel, is sadness. And the action that results out of that is freezing. Like, I just don't do anything. I just go, what's the point? I'm not going to earn the trip. And the result is I stay in the same place. And rewriting that green light story into one of love and one of truth. I mean, the red light story is not true. It's just a story I'm making up about myself. And I rewrote it to be, I am capable of so much more. And the feeling I get from that is happiness. And the action that encourages me to do is be more consistent every day, making reach outs, making calls. And the result will be promoting and having new opportunity. So I have no fears when it comes to asking people to look at this incredible business opportunity. My team is growing in leaps and bounds, and I see my vision board becoming a reality. That is my new green light story for that. So I'll give you 2 more examples. One is on the AIT trip. It came around, and there's the circumstances, there's a trip, and I want to earn it. The red light story is I've signed up for these trips in the past and I've not earned them. The feeling is I'm a loser. The action is I stop asking because it doesn't look like I'm going to earn the trip. And the result is I don't go on the trip. So the green light story I decided to write was that my past trip experiences do not dictate this trip. And the feeling I have from that is that I'm a winner and I can promote and I can do this. And the action is to make more calls and ask more people, and then I'll be on the trip. And in this workshop I'm doing, there are free live workshops that they offer to ask questions about your journey. And I said, well, here's my green light story on this trip. And I read it to the moderator, and I said, so here's my green light story. So all I have to do is I just have to ask more people. And that's basically what it comes down to, all my green light stories. She goes, stop. You are using the word have to, which is a total red light word, like have to. We get to. Don't you love what you do? I said, yes. Do you love your products? Yes. Are they life-changing? Yes. You get to ask people. And when that message comes across in your ask, it's a game changer. And I was like, God, that is so eye-opening to me, because I just didn't see it before. That was really, really helpful to her to clear the road for me. And then lastly, on the promoting one, I have so many red light stories here. I got to flip through all the pages. So my circumstances, I have only promoted one district manager after 6 years. My red light story is I can't promote any ICs to DMs. There's something wrong with me. I feel like a failure. The action is I ask myself, what am I doing wrong? The result is I end up playing a game on my phone so that at least I can feel like a winner. I'll just say, screw it. I'm going to play Words with Friends and win something. And then at least I know I'm not a total loser. Such ridiculous thinking. The green light story I rewrote was the right people are out there. I just haven't found them yet. And the feeling is feeling like a leader and feeling like a winner. The action is I will keep asking. And the bottom line is there's no timeline in this business. God has a plan. My job is to ask as many people as I can, because this is a tremendous opportunity and it will happen when it happens, but I have to do my part. So I think this whole formula thing has been tremendous for me. And I'll give another example of getting out of my fear zone. Was last year during COVID. I decided, well, the only way to get out there is through social media. You can't go anywhere. But I'm terrified of doing lives. And I said, you have to step out of your comfort zone. If you want things to change, just like when you started this business, if you keep on doing what you're doing, where are you going to be in 5 years? And that made me decide to do this business. And now that I'm in the business, if I keep on doing what I'm doing, I'm not going to grow. And so I need to do some new things. And I decided to do lives every Thursday, sharing bits of positive information I've learned from Arvon along the way, and doing Thursday thoughts. And I'll tell you, the first 3 or 4, I was terrified. And now I've been doing it a year and a half, and it's much easier. And I'm getting lots of good feedback. And I love that the message resonates with certain people, and they let me know. And that feels so much more about serving others and loving on others than, selling. And I don't want to feel like that. I know none of you do. We want to help people. So a couple of quick tips on mindset. One of the things that Bob Heilig says is marry the process and divorce the outcome. That is something I have struggled with. I'm always results oriented. I want to see results. Do this work, you want to see results. This business doesn't quite work like that. You have to know that the process works and keep doing it despite no's and yeses, despite promotions and non-promotions, despite preferred clients who don't renew and preferred clients who do, just those little things. So I just made a little sign for myself. I stuck it on my light on my desk, so I stare at it every day. Share your gifts, love, serve, grow, marry the process, divorce the outcome. It'll help me get off that roller coaster. I've mentioned that before. I am like, yeah, I got 5 PCs, get my bonus. The next month, where are they? Where's all the people? You got to get off that. I've done it too many times. Second tip is say your affirmation as many times a day as you can. My first one was way too long, so I didn't say it very often. So now I have a shorter one that I memorized and I say as often as I need it from memory. And it'll stick with you if you do that. If you're having doubts, talk to your upline and get help, and just ask, let them know that you're struggling with something. Poor Dina has had way too many consultants' tears. And I promise you, Dina, going forward, the only tears about my business you will get are tears of joy. So, and then follow the people who are where you are. This is my fourth tip. Follow the people who are where you are, where you want to be, and learn from them. I look closely at all the beautiful RVPs and MVP in this group, as well as other ones we've met along this journey. And I learned so much from each person, and I adopt things that I like and are working for them. And, you know, that's a great way to envision yourself at that next level that you want to be. And then always be working ahead. In the beginning of my business, and I noticed this a lot with a lot of my new consultants, they'll ask like 5 people and then wait. And I was guilty of that too. Just keep asking. Don't wait for their answer. Just keep asking, because everyone has a different cycle, a decision cycle, and that will make your business a lot more consistent. And don't forget how far you've come is my 6th tip. Sometimes you think, God, I'm gonna get nowhere. And Dina reminded me of that. She goes, well, look how far you've come. And I was like, well, yeah, you're right. I guess I have come a ways in these 6 years. A lot has changed. You know, I feel so positive. I feel so healthy. I have more confidence. I feel healthier than I did 20 years ago. I love what I do. I get excited every day to wake up and do this business. So when you think things are not going well, remember how far you've come. And then think outside your box, think outside the box when you haven't considered certain things. Like I had a person wanted to host a Facebook party, but then it turned out she was a consultant for a company called Octavia, which I had never heard of. And she says, well, I want you to do a party, but don't talk about nutrition. And I was like, oh, shoot. I was like, well, sure, I can do that. So I just did a new Facebook party. I made a bundle of hair care, and I made a bundle of, what was the other thing? Oh, of spa. It was called the Treat Yourself Well bundle, and took out the 30-day, and you know, we'll see what happens with that. And so sometimes I just get so routine, and I'm afraid to change things. And you do need to like adapt and work with, you know, different people and clients and things. And then the last tip I have is visualize. When I was at the beach this May with my team watching GTC together, I did 2 things to help me visualize my dreams. One, I made a brand new and improved vision board, because I want to tell you, on the old one, there were about half the things of pictures that I put on the old one that had come to fruition, like buying my house. That was huge. And I was like, you know what? I got to make myself a new board here. And so that's huge. And the board's right there. So I see it all the time on that wall. And the second thing I did was I hired a photographer to take pictures of me on the beach. And I wanted to capture the feeling I'd have when I someday had a place at the beach, or when I was walking on the beach in Hawaii as a new MVP. I just wanted to be able to look at that and know that it's possible. And like, look, there's you, you can do this. Well, I could not have been more nervous. I was terrified actually as I got ready for it. And thanks to the love of Beth Thomas and Sarah and one shot of tequila to calm my nerves, I went down to the beach, and I was just like so nervous about being vulnerable and posing, I guess. I don't know what it was, but I've never done that in my life. And I couldn't have been happier with the pictures though, because it's a person I don't even recognize. It really hit me hard when I looked at those pictures, because I saw, you know, this is possible. Sorry. It doesn't look like me, but I think it could happen. So sorry, what I'm trying to say is that we are capable of so much more than we even know. And we must step out of our comfort zones if we want things to change. Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. So if you are currently struggling with your business, don't give up, do the work you need to do to get that belief, and work hard, don't quit. I'll turn it back over to you, Dina.
Wow. I have to follow you. That was absolutely, I don't even know, powerful, beautiful, so real. You saw that. I'm going to give you time to just read through the comments, because if you're like me, you can't read them and talk at the same time, and just see what that meant to everyone, because it takes a lot of courage to do what you just did and be that honest about where you've been and the work in the dark that has brought you to where you are now. And Fran and I used to talk about, you're the one who named that little voice inside your head, Bertha, on one of our retreats. And we're like, Bertha has to go. And you know what? I have not heard, Bertha bothering your head in a long time now, because you have learned to bulletproof your mind. And you know that that's such a remember Bertha. So don't let her visit you. If she comes knocking on the walls of your mind, you have so much that you can use to fight her. You can't, there's things that you can't control, but the things that you can control, you can control your effort, your attitude, what you read and watch and listen to. You can control, if you take the time like Fran did, to write out red light stories and take that all the way through and turn around and write the green light story. You can control who you surround yourself with, and what time you go to bed at night, so that you wake up in the morning and are able to have that miracle morning, or whatever you want to call that, your power hour, the way you set your day. And you can control what you say to yourself and in those affirmations. I love hearing that you're doing that. So thank you so much for sharing that. Back off, Bertha, Beth says. Yeah. And so I love each one of you. And I just look forward to having more and more of you share your stories. If you ever want to share where you've come from, where you are, talk to me. We'd love to hear more of your voices sharing your stories. And Connolly, thank you for all of your practical training tonight, and for truly being such a steady rock, working consistently, in the dark and just as well. So thank you. Hope dealers, have a great, we still have half of September in front of us, and everybody's getting their new products now, and holidays about to arrive for many of us. So let's, use it to love and serve other people and see how many lives that we can change. So y'all are awesome. Good night, everyone. Love each one of you. Where is my stop recording?